You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here. Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people. He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature. It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out. He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth. You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game. I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty. Murderer. That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go. Yes. Yes, you do. You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly,
out of his misery.
is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets,
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics?
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Oh, doctor. You look... There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one. I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that. Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her. I'm fine, Doctor. I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now. Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth? The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor, or anyone else. People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature. I'm not sure what you'd call it. When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward. You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars. The missing people. That's where they go. It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? You get inside me, Doctor, and it hurts. And you don't care. I can't explain what happened with John. You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. I left him to be eaten. They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not. My lawyer, he says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Thank you, Doctor. That's all I ever needed to hear you say. No, the creature killed John. She's the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker. You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it? Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun. If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
Things have been interesting. I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you. I don't want it to be triggered. Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying? It's about time travel. This might feel like the darkest timeline. His prescription pad's missing. I suppose it could be a coincidence. I read a book about time travel. The doctor said she was legally still alive. Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted. So what you're trying to say is that Mariana is just using me and has no interest in me romantically whatsoever. Thanks. That helps my self-esteem. I'm at peace with Hannah now. I haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly. I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened.
What about the prescription pad? Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. You never said anything to me about it. Yes, I took it. I had to. Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift. I'm good. I feel better. I'm a happy person. I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before? Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor. You're very welcome. The usual stuff, flour. You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work. Thing is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works. I just mean when I shift.
I'm fine. I killed David. David is a monster. David hunted her and hung her up like an animal. Doctor, I think I'm going to be sick. You promised you'd diagnose me as temporarily insane. You can't go back on that now. With an axe. Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed. He called me on Valentine's night. I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write any death threats. Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? Yes. Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it.
But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. I took his body. It was me. If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. Perhaps it had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock. It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. And so it is. I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled. I stole a heart. I've tried to avoid my extra hour. You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker? Thought it might be a perk. I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. I tried to sleep through my extra hour. The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face.
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? She had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it? I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you? Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried. You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you. Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up. I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, When Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about. A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today? Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I can see why you may have thought that because of the money I owed him. But I wouldn't murder somebody to make a debt disappear. That's not something normal people do, is it? Besides, I was growing on him. I think if we'd have had more time together, he would have seen I am a sound investment. What do you think, Doctor?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. If anything, I'm guilty of not bringing him back to life. And that's manslaughter at best. Good luck proving my talent, Doctor.
Dr. Dekker deserved to die. I'm not saying I did such a thing, not something that I would confess to now whilst being recorded. But I'm happy to reaffirm that his death was necessary. Well, more than death, really. If I only knew where his body had gone. Now I can't be sure. I can't be sure that he's absolutely dead. The girl, chained in his basement, she'd most definitely have killed him given half the chance. I suppose if I'd teleported into his office one night to write myself a prescription and had run into Dr. Dekker himself, that I might have killed him then and there with the nearest available weapon. And in doing so, would be accoladed as the hero, not the villain that you're making me out to be. But we shall see, Doctor. We shall see. Good luck catching a man who can teleport when he wants to, though. Or maybe you don't think that I can.
She told me that she's killing people, and now I'm stuck in the same day. Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her. But part of me likes it repeating. It's normal.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it, to participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
What I want to know is, how did you know which patient was the murderer? I mean, they all lied to you, didn't they? I'm just glad it's business as usual around here and I'm not having to look for another doctor again. It's embarrassing. Dr. Dekker almost caught me writing the advert for his replacement.
The curse continues at Dr. Dekker's psychiatry practice, where another physician has been murdered by a patient. Found by night cleaning staff, Dr. Dekker's replacement was pinned to the chair with a paper spike, in what police are describing as a copycat murder. Jaya. You're supposed to be looking after them. How many more do we have to go through before you get a good one?